Hi trader, welcome to Elite Currency. My name is Chris. Going to focus here on the euro dollar and pound dollar for the beginning of this trading week. Before we look at the charts, just wanted to remind you, ECS Live is starting with a 2-week free trial on Monday. Please sign up and you'll get all the benefits of that trial. Now let's continue and start with the pound dollar weekly chart. So basically when looking at this, we see an uptrend. We see a clear support trend line and price is above the long-term moving average. So long-term up, but we saw 2 weeks ago a very strong bearish candle, and that to me was a signal of continuation to the downside. However, after 2 weeks going sideways, because look at this, we have lower highs and we have higher lows, so that's 2 weeks of indecision. I think that bearish candle is not as important anymore. So at this moment, I think the weekly chart is neutral. However, considering the trend line, I'm slightly leaning towards an upside continuation at this point. But maybe the daily chart can help us clarify a bit more. And you can see, of course, the uptrend as well. And, of course, the bearish momentum right here with the red arrow. So which side is going to win? Well, if we zoom in, all right, we see that price has not been able to break this bottom for very long. So that already indicates a potential correction like this, in my view. This could be weakness and a bounce for a move up towards the fib targets right here. Also, the fact that price made a daily pin bar right at the 78.6 fib, I think is confirming the potential for the bounce to the upside. All right. And if we look at the 4-hour chart as well, and then zoom out a bit, we see how choppy this particular price action really is. Right? A lot of ups and downs. Look at that. Very corrective. That does not look like a continuation of the downtrend. So from this perspective, all of these factors together, I think that a pin bar here is and the other aspects too, of course, is a good signal for upside continuation. I think that price might retrace a little bit of that candle and it should continue higher. It might not basically retrace too much. It could just break the high and then there could be a breakout as well. So I'm keeping an eye, a watch for the resistance of the high, the daily high, and a retracement of the 38.50 fib for continuations to the upside to 134 and 135 on the pound dollar. Now if it does break the low for whatever reason, well, of course, if there's a strong bearish candle on a daily chart like this, that would change perspectives, and I think that could be a good breakout potential that would signal momentum in that candle that could indeed send price through this support and send it further with this bearish momentum. But I would really need to see a strong bearish candle in this case to the downside. So I think that's about it for the moment. On the hourly chart, basically for the moment, I'm just expecting maybe a slight retracement here to the 38.50 fib and then a bounce. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on for the moment. Of course, one more thing, by the way, this trend line, right? So if there's a daily candle above it or even a 4-hour candle above it, a good candle breakout, then that could also be a signal of, of a further continuation to the upside towards those fib targets. All right, now the euro dollar, it's almost getting a little bit boring, although I guess the euro dollar is never that boring, but because it's so watched and so interpreted. But yeah, we had a bounce at the 23.6 fib. Just to recap, strong momentum, choppy correction, right? So is this going to expand into a bigger correction that takes price all the way back to the 38.2 fib? It's possible. We do have a head and shoulders potential, and the neckline of that is right here. So from my perspective, I would need to see a bearish candle close below 117, and that would basically signal to me the breakout potential towards the 38.2 fib, which in turn, once again, is a bouncing spot, and we'd be looking for bullish engulfing twins or any kind of pattern at the 38.2 fib. But before that happens, before we might not get a bearish breakout, I'm still slightly bullish, and I expect price actually to retrace here and bounce towards 120. which in turn could be a bouncing spot for a move back down to 117. So this is basically the same analysis that I've been doing for the last few videos, so nothing changed if you're wondering really. Let's dive into 4-hour chart, and basically I think that this could be a wave A, this could be an ABC for wave B, and up we go for wave C. So that's what I'm expecting. So price could basically stop here or at 117.10-ish. We can put a fib on this swing, all right, like this, and price could go down to 117.12, which is the 78.6 fib. That's one scenario, or the other scenario is that we have a lower high and a higher low, and price starts to bounce already. So with the open, I think it's important, with the weekly open, if we get a bear flag, there's a good chance of a continuation and then bounce. Or if there's strong bullish candles, something like this, and a bull flag, in that case, I think there's a good chance the price will break this resistance and head towards the 120, 119.50 target zone for further upside. All right, that wraps it up. Quick video this time. Check out elitecurrency.com for the free trial, 2 weeks on Monday, and wish you all good trading. Cheers.